Alright guys, it's a Friday morning. About, I'm gonna guess 11:30, somewhere in there. Somebody had asked me about the internet over here. They work online and they needed to know how strong, how good the internet was. And also I know people who play online games and want to know if they're going to be able to get online and play. So I'll talk about that, but I'll start with a caveat, which is I've lived in the same apartment since I've been here. So I can only speak when it comes to the free Wi-Fi you get in most apartments, and most of them will offer free Wi-Fi. I can only speak on how good or bad it is at my apartment because I haven't lived anywhere else. Also, I've never had my own dedicated internet, so I can't speak from experience on that. However, I went to a couple expat forum groups or groups on Facebook, and all the information I'm about to give you are from ads from the different internet providers and also from fellow expats and their experiences with them. Excuse me. So let's talk about the free Wi-Fi. Most apartments will offer you free Wi-Fi as part of the rent. Mine is mediocre at best. There are times I can't even connect. The router is literally, if I walk out of my apartment and look to the right, I can see my router. And as long as I'm standing within that line of sight, it's pretty fast. As soon as I step back into my apartment though, it'll drop significantly, and sometimes it'll just drop the connection completely and give me an error message saying out of range, which of course it is not. And usually I get a medium strength signal, and like I said, that is my experience at my apartment with my Wi-Fi, because generally you'll have a router on each floor of these apartments, but it's going to be the least expensive package. The landlords aren't springing to give you free Wi-Fi with the fastest, most secure internet. So keep that in mind. Like I said, that's my apartment. Others might be better, but my cell phone data, my cell phone service, when I did a speed test, was significantly faster, significantly than the Wi-Fi in my apartment. If that tells you anything. So there are like co-working spaces and a whole lot of cafes that offer free super fast Wi-Fi. Some of them you would just simply have to buy a drink or two and something to eat, and you can sit there all day if you want and use their Wi-Fi for whatever you want for the price of a drink and maybe some food. And then others require a monthly subscription, if you will, a membership, I guess you could call it anyway. A monthly membership to their co-working space. But that usually gives you access 24 hours a day, anytime, as many hours as you like. And I don't know about the prices on those. We just had one just opened up. They're doing their soft opening. They're promising super fast, super reliable speeds. They have extra conference rooms available if you need it if you want to be private or have your own little meeting. all that good stuff. But I believe the price is $100 a month, $80 to $100 a month for a membership. But for if they actually do this and the speeds are what they say, that might be worth it. And I'll tell you why. Because if you go with your own internet, private internet at your apartment, you don't want to use the free one, you'll get the standard highest speeds that I've seen are 10 Mbps up and 10 down, and that usually runs about $45 a month. I haven't seen one yet that is actually, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. I haven't seen one that's, I've never seen a plan that's actually unlimited the way you would think of unlimited. Of course, the more you pay, the more gigs you get each month to use. And if you want faster than 10 up and 10 down, you will pay significantly more. Again, these are from the ads I've seen from internet companies and people I've talked to online, not my own experience. So do not take that as gospel or start thinking that's all you can get. The two main providers are OpenNet and SciNet, and they each usually offer a good deal when you first sign up. Maybe get the first 3 months, or you pay for the first 3 months and then you get a month free, or maybe 2 months free. They usually provide a free router and of course free installation. They'll come to your apartment, hook it all up, do a speed test to show you that. So that's the internet situation. If you have to work online or you want to play games online, you should definitely either, well, you should, for games, you should definitely get your own dedicated at your dedicated internet at your apartment. Definitely, because you don't want to be hauling an Xbox or a PlayStation down to a co-working space, even though technically I guess you could. Here's one here called, there's an ad for one called KingTel. I've never heard of them before. It says unlimited usage, $9.99 a month, but you're only getting 3 Mbps. You see how the prices go up, $16.99 for 6, $24.99 for 10, which is actually pretty good. $34.99 for 15. And I don't know what the rest of that says, but I believe the ones on the bottom are for extra gigs on top of your package. I think. I can't read it, of course. But anyway, that'll give you an idea about the price. Usually, you know, you spend 45 to 60 bucks a month, and you're going to have good enough internet to work online or to play games online. But the reason I think a membership to a co-working space is better for even 100 bucks a month is that if you're paying that, you know you will always have good, reliable internet. There's not going to be any interruptions. Whereas with the one at home, there could be. I'm sure you're all familiar with that even back in the West. Something happens, it goes down, and you still have to pay for it. Well, with the co-working space, if that happens, they'll refund your portion of your money that it was down. Things like that. So at least that's my understanding. So my recommendation, based on all that, and like I said, not my own personal experience, but just based on the knowledge I have, I would say get your own at home. Get at least 10 up and 10 down. Spend anywhere between 30 and 45 bucks for that. And it will be worth it. Now, people might ask, well, if yours is so crappy, and what I mean by crappy, I'm just simply saying that if I go to stream a movie, a lot of times, maybe even most of the time, there's going to be a lot of lag. There's going to be a lot of buffering because it can't keep up. However, for things I generally use the internet for, YouTube videos are usually no problem. They usually play right through. Everything loads fine. Don't get any stoppages or slowdowns. I mean, occasionally I will, of course, if the signal drops. But for the most part, I can watch all the YouTube videos I want. It's good for those little casual like games you can find on Google that I've got on my Chromebook, and that's what I use. I use a Chromebook, not even a regular PC. So yeah, for web surfing, for streaming on YouTube or watching YouTube, everything's fine. But streaming movies or anything like that, and it's usually not my best option unless I sit in the hallway, then it's fine. But I don't want to sit in the hallway to watch a movie. I want to lay in my bed and watch a movie. So people might ask, well, why don't you just get your own dedicated internet? And I covered this in a previous video, but that's because it's a newer apartment building, and in order to get it, I need permission from my landlord for them to come in. They're going to have to drill holes in the wall to run the cables through and everything, and he doesn't want that. He doesn't want people coming in and obviously drilling holes in his wall, because then if I leave and the next person decides they don't want their own internet, he's going to be stuck with a hole in the wall. So I can understand that. So I just stick to the free internet I have. So that covers the internet situation here. When you get here, check around if that's your plan. You can ask on the expat groups on Facebook. That's where, like I said, that's where I found all the information I just gave you. I don't know what she's saying. The what? Oh, I guess we're going this way. I guess. All right. Anyway, not much else happening today. I have all my CV packets done. I did need a couple more envelopes, manila envelopes. I will show you that later. As a matter of fact, when I get back, I'll show you how to put together a CV packet and the things you'll need. So when you come here and go to put in your applications, you'll have an idea of kind of what most schools are looking for. But I thought I'd take a walk down that road to explain all that to you, give you a different view than what you're used to. Even my phone data, your phone data will come with a hotspot, by the way, so I do use that sometimes. If my internet's being goofy, I'll just use the hotspot on my phone to stream things, and that works out pretty well. Oh, waffles. Nothing wrong with that. Getting some good fresh waffles. Yeah, it's a little side street, I think. Although I think it's more like an alley than a street. But it's a lot of things happening. And sometimes that'll be the deal here. You'll find a lot more activity on these little side roads than you will on the main roads. Again, there's a little mom and pop store right there. Restaurant over here. Restaurant over here. Place you can buy your waffles right here. Yeah, fresh waffles. All right. Looks like a French establishment. It's written in French. Oh, it's a school. Ha, that makes sense. Yeah, they do helicopter tours here. About $100 a person. I think you only get 30 minutes, but they fly you over the city and all over Angkor Wat. All around the temples there. You can get a great, beautiful bird's eye view. There's a USA High School right there. It's a pretty bigger one here in town, well known. You see signs and advertisements for them anywhere. And of course, then you just got right next door people just living. I love them little houses like that. The little ones on stilts. In the West, we might call them quaint. Over here, they just call them cheap living. But when done right, like that one back there, it looks really, really nice. So yeah, I love areas like this because as you can see, everything is written in Khmer. So I'm taking they don't get a lot of tourists down here. Or foreigners. All right, I'll end this one here. Just thought I'd show you this little part of town. Tell you about the internet. And again, please remember, these are not my experiences with the internet, it's just what I've heard. And when you get here, do some research, ask around, so you get the best deal. All right, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. All right, back in my apartment now. I thought I'd show you my packet, my CV packet. This is what you need when you go to look for a job. You hand in your packet. And when you get there, try to talk to a director, even if you have to wait. It's always best if you talk to him directly, because sometimes if you just hand your packet to somebody, the director might never see it. Not always, but it does happen. So, first thing they're looking for is a picture, passport size photo attached somehow to your packet. And on top I have my resume. Then I have my cover letter. Then I have a copy of my TEFL certificate. And then I have my transcripts and the things I was studied in my TEFL course. Then, by envelopes like these, I always like to put my name on there, CV packet, and my name. You will put it in there, seal it up, and boom. You will give all that to the director for him to take a look at. That's generally the way they like it to be. For some reason, especially the picture, they really want you to have a separate picture, passport size photo, when you go to drop it off. So, just thought I'd share that with you real quick as promised. Something to think about before you come over here and try to apply. Maybe spruce up your cover letter, update your resume. Like I said, it doesn't have to be 3-4 pages long. Just put the pertinent information. Make sure you have your address, make sure you have your phone number, make sure you have your email address. Now I realize when you first come over here, you're not going to have an address, or until you come over here, you're not going to have a Cambodian phone number. So leave room for that, of course. But once you get over here, edit it, write it down, make it look nice. Yeah. And then take it around to the schools. All right. Talk to you guys later.